Who would have thought this is how everything comes to an end?
No. You're totally fine. You guys are stressing out for no reason.
Listen to my backup plan.
All right, report
You know what the
time.
backup plan is?
You're now 5 past the hour.
Mr. K is gonna help us escape.
What?
What's going on over there?
I just told him if it goes south, he's gonna help us. He said if it goes south, he's gonna break us out, Carmine.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, you
You're
guys,
such
if
a
it goes
crackhead.
wrong,
You know that?
you guys have a job at my company. Don't
Can hear
worry.
you, Your Honor. They're
I'm so sorry.
dealing with
Oh, yes,
another
you're gonna-
situation that's
If,
out.
if me and
Worst case
Bobby get
scenario, I'll hire
deposed,
you.
That's fine.
you'll be
Well,
the
I'm
new
dealing with
warden,
this
okay?
situation. So as
Oh,
long as
yeah,
I'm
I'll
good
do
to share
that.
this report,
I'm gonna
so
recommend
I
you
can
to the
see it,
council.
We can got everybody we need. This is the people v. Carmine Costello, Winslow, Jack, Bobby Charles. Mr. Costello is facing 1 count of criminal possession of government-issued equipment. Winslow Jackson is facing the same, and Bobby Charles is facing 1 count of criminal possession of government-issued equipment and 1 count of animal cruelty. Starting with the least, Carmine Costello, please enter a plea for the charge of criminal possession of government-issued equipment.
Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty.
You're not guilty, Carmine.
Not guilty. Not guilty.
You know, this is a tough question.
Not guilty. Not
You know,
guilty.
when I,
Not guilty.
Slacks, what do you think? I say not guilty, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Winslow Jackson.
Yana, can we
charged.
team up
Not guilty.
stupid dance moves?
Huh?
What is
Not
what is
guilty.
Timo
You're not
doing?
guilty.
And why
It
is
was just
Timo
not
all
guilty.
today? All right. Anyways, Winslow Jackson, 1 count.
Yeah.
Possession of government-issued equipment. How do you plead to that charge?
I plead the second way, which is to say not guilty.
So entered. Bobby Charles, you're facing 2 charges. 1 count of animal cruelty. How do you plead?
Alleged. Not guilty, Your Honor.
And 1 count criminal possession of government-issued
Bro,
equipment.
what can
How do
they
you plead?
stick on me? There's nothing
Not guilty,
here.
Your Honor.
Andy,
So entered.
and where's
All right,
Slacks'
thank you.
testimony?
When am I allowed
Here,
to
is
make a
this Slacks?
pretrial motion, Your Honor?
All right, if people have pretrial motions, we had like 20 fucking minutes where people could have said so and prepared me for those while everything was coming together. But yeah, let's do that now.
Your
first,
Honor,
the
is there any way-
prosecution, though? Hang on, shut up.
Not from
you're-
the prosecution,
Get behind
Your
the
Honor.
table. Get behind the table, defendant.
He
You're not in
saw
the
me
well
on
right
the
now.
radio?
What are you doing?
I need like 5 minutes.
Oh,
Alright,
he saw. Yeah, he
um,
did.
Prosecution, do you have any pretrial motions? First,
No, Your Honor.
thank you. Defense, pretrial motions, go.
Your Honor, no pretrial motions at this time. I just request like 5 minutes to look at the reports since they were just shared by the police department.
Is that a pretrial motion or is that not a pretrial motion? Because I spent 90 seconds talking about pretrial motions for seemingly no reason.
Yep,
I have a pretrial motion.
Your Honor, I've advised my client not to speak, but can't stop him from speaking if
Your Honor,
he wants to.
I feel like this is the elephant in the room, but I would like a medical report on Slacks' mental well-being, seeing as Lenny Hawk shot him 12 times, and I just don't think that like he's meant for the police force. Your Honor.
Yana, objection, weird.
He got shot like
Alright,
I got
did Bobby
shot, but
Charles
he ain't
become a
fucking
doctor
crazy.
at some point? At
Well, Your
Dogtown?
Honor,
Is there like a Dogtown medical school, residency program? Shut the fuck up, Bobby Charles. Denied.
All right,
Besides,
Your
you get your
Honor.
ass beat at Dogtown at least 5 times a day. You're having.
It's not true. There's no
room to
witness.
talk.
No witness to that. No witness to that.
Okay,
That'd be, like, way
if that
funny.
concludes the pretrial motions, I'm going to turn it over to primary for the prosecution or their attorneys to,
I need food.
open up the case and then proceed
Food, Carmine.
to the first
Okay, give me some.
prosecution.
All right. Are you expecting an opening statement, or are we just going to witnesses, Your Honor?
You're here and we're not doing closings, so yeah, lay out the case.
You grab that,
Do
Carmine?
your
All right.
best.
Yeah, I got it.
We are here today
I have a rock.
because of the 3 defendants in the room. They have been found
Any
to,
food?
at least on one of them, have a government issued
Hey,
radio.
he already gave up.
At
He
other
said, "What I
points
heard
during
gave up."
these incidents,
The fucking
they were
lawyer
found
says
to have
only
been
one of them
heard
had it.
talking on the radio, and the
Come on,
testimony
give
will
me a
show
bag.
that. The evidence shows that
I'm
they do have
starving
a
out
radio
here.
and are capable of sharing it among
What
themselves.
evidence?
They are not government
Such a norm.
employees. They are not covered under government employee protections. and they are not entitled
Thanks.
to the use of government-issued equipment. For Bobby Charles as well,
Tell Lily to get the
there is
civilian
a count
radios.
of animal cruelty for the
Tell
Yeah,
Lily to
she
bring
is.
them, okay?
reckless death
Already working
Not
on
true.
it.
dolphin.
Not true.
The evidence will show that it is true that he negligently held a dolphin. He has no prior experience handling animals, handling dolphins.
They have you in
He's
4K,
not
by the
in
way, Bobby.
any way
You walked
capable
up to the
of
cops with
handling
it, you dumbass.
Hey,
a dolphin, let alone himself on a
You
daily
literally
basis.
walked up to a cop with
yo,
it.
Barbara had no prior experience, because look at your
Shut up,
hairline,
Bobby.
bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am
Shut
I
up,
hearing
Bobby.
Bobby Charles right now? Am I hearing Bobby Charles right now?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh,
All
shit.
right.
Carmine, was that one good, though?
I'm gonna roll again.
Carmine, was that good?
Bobby? Okay, Bobby. I want to hear nothing more from you during this opening. I rolled a 196, bud.
What does that mean, Your Honor? I've never.
You don't want to
Shut
find
the fuck
out.
up.
That means get owned.
All right.
Your Honor, Your Honor, the prosecution is
that
attacking
first?
us. Do you hear these ad hominems? He's attacking us. Can we do
Come on,
something
you
about
want some
that?
too? Let the
Your Honor,
man
this is a
finish.
malicious trial.
Let the man finish.
In summary, Your Honor, these men should be found guilty of what they are charged with today, as the evidence and testimony will prove that to be the case. Thank you.
Yeah, but is this really animal cruelty?
Was that so
Is a
hard?
dolphin an animal? Let me look up the Harvard
Yes,
Dictionary.
motherfucker.
definition of an
What do you mean? Goats come from dolphins. And you know
Okay.
Bro, Cornwood
You
did
roll
this
for
shit
me,
one time.
too.
I was at the wedding when Cornwood did that
Rick,
shit.
go ahead and give
that?
your
Well, then
opening.
use
fuck?
that as your argument.
No.
Hey, Rick, come over here. You
No, don't distract him. He's working. Let him work.
get up there,
Just
Rick.
give me a second. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Let's hear it, Greg.
Bobby, you so
All
fucking.
right.
God damn it, Bobby. You fucking debuffing
Look,
a
Your
lawyer.
Honor, my client's here.
Bobby
All
out here
three of
trying
them
to
are being
fucking get us to lose.
charged with
Come on, I like him, kind.
possession of government-issued equipment. But as you'll hear, both Carmine and Bobby Charles didn't even have any government-issued equipment in their possession. And you'll also hear that Mr. Winslow here,
You
well,
forget my name, huh?
I don't know. What is your name?
Not you. I'm it's an insult to other people.
Who's
Not
our
you.
lawyer?
said my
You'll
name.
hear that he was informed that he had permission as a employee of the DOC to have a radio on him.
What the fuck?
And
What?
in terms of the animal cruelty charge, you will hear that in order to prove animal cruelty, you have to prove
no.
reckless negligence or direct malice. And it is the defense's position that the prosecution
The
won't
animal
be able to
cruelty's
prove
already
that
gone.
today.
They got more than Bobby's red-handed, literally.
All right, thank you.
I hope Winslow
Prosecution
fucking-
I don't know how to-
first
or-
witness.
we're fucked,
Please,
kinda.
By the way,
No,
by the way,
Slick,
By the way,
baby, what are you
Prosecution calls
saying?
Officer
Like,
Aiden
stop.
to the stand.
by the way,
Thank
Slick,
you.
listen,
Yeah.
Cornwood did the same shit at a wedding one time with a fucking dolphin, and he was the
Hey,
best
I
person.
know,
hey,
I know,
wait,
I know.
Slick,
I don't
let
wanna
me
be
help
honest.
represent
Usually-
myself,
Usually
okay?
do it as a
I got
group
you.
for bench trials, but
Slick, I want to help represent myself, okay? So I want to ask questions. Is that okay with
Squeeze
you?
you in there or next to it, you know, whatever you got to.
I can't stop you.
Okay, I'll do it, but I'm not gonna fuck you over, okay?
Okay, no worries.
Your Honor, I'd like
Wait,
to.
not yet,
What?
not yet.
I'd like to enter myself as co-counsel for myself.
Okay, well, I guess I
you
can't
don't,
stop that.
You don't have to do that.
Okay. I thought it'd
You
sound. I
only
thought I'd sound
have-
smart if I said
okay.
that.
All right,
fine.
well, it's not because you only have a paralegal anyhow, so you don't really have legal counsel. You've
So we're
chosen
just
someone
fucking-
who's not legal counsel to be your
Don't
legal
listen,
counsel, which
don't
means
listen.
you
Hey,
are
don't talk
effectively
about
legal
Slick like
counsel.
that.
Slick, are
Fuck
you
a
gonna
bar
get us out,
license.
Slick?
I got you.
It's
I got you,
implicit
I got
that
you.
you're already representing yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Oh God,
Slick, we believe in you.
Yep.
Slick,
No, it's fine. It's
Lift it
totally
up
fine.
into
It's
the
totally
air.
fine.
Slick, please, Slick.
You swear to tell the
I'm gonna
truth, the
balance
whole
it out and
truth,
say I
nothing but
don't
the truth,
believe in you
under the
at
pains and
all.
penalties of perjury, including it up to death. So help you, Airborne.
I do.
But this is sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Whitlock.
All right. Officer Aiden, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm
All
doing
right,
all
I
right.
think we're
Thank
just
you for asking.
debuffed right now.
Would you mind giving us a retelling of what occurred
I'm puffing my
related to
hair
these
out.
three individuals today?
Objection, Your Honor. Vague.
Mm-hmm. Cook 'em.
Mm-hmm.
got a rebuttal for that?
I'll rephrase the question, Your Honor.
Got his ass. Look at that.
Would you mind telling me what you heard on the radio today?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
Cook him.
Hey.
I'm gonna sustain that out of hand. I don't need.
Oh,
You need
All
to
right.
be more,
yeah, Slick.
targeted.
Sure.
God damn, you cooking them, Slick. You cooking.
Bar license, by the way.
Yeah, for 3 days.
I see that he's being combative
All right.
towards us.
Why don't you recount what you wrote? in
Wait, did
your
he say that
statement
about
in the
himself?
I'll just I'll
Okay,
play
would
the
you
gun
like me to give a cliff notes or read
Yeah, my
it
man.
out loud?
You can give us the cliff notes. We can read.
Okay. So, about 30 minutes to an hour prior before the incident where Carmine and Bobby were placed under arrest, I was in the MRPD lobby with Carmine
Is that
Costello
relevant?
and Officer Kit Archer.
Dolphin.
We were dealing with a separate incident where Carmine.
Objection, Your
God
Honor.
damn.
Narrative, and may I be heard on this?
May
Your Honor,
you
we're gonna be here for
heard on
5
this?
hours. We're gonna object to every single thing. This is a bench trial.
Your Honor.
Hey, Slacks,
Invite
objection.
everybody. This is our
Objection,
Hours
Slacks.
for every single
Your
objection.
Honor,
Okay.
this is our life, and you see Slacks. He puts bogus charges on people.
Now, okay. May you be heard on what? What's your objection?
Your Honor, if the officer here is just going to read from his statement, then what's the point in having the officer testify if counsel can't just like walk him through the events of what happened and not just read verbatim from his report?
I don't know what he just said,
That's
but
like really more of a question.
I agree.
Like a broad question than an objection.
hey, this law shit going straight over my head. I'm just trying to clutch my pearls and not take a
are
loss.
you asking me to prohibit the witness from referencing the report? Is that what you're
Not from referencing the report, Your Honor. More so just reading word for word, just asking basically the officer to read word for word from the report
I
instead
told him
of
to not do
walking
that.
through. You know,
As I wasn't.
well, it was starting to become narrative.
Okay. Oh, so objection narrative. Okay. I'm gonna overrule that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Be sparing with that one.
Damn, I got fucked up.
Hey, then it's
He
Slick.
did.
Hey, he got fucked up, not you, Slick.
Would you like me to continue, Your Honor?
Yes.
Oh, you see all the people that came
as
in
I
our
said,
support?
about 30
Look
to
at-
45
look at-
minutes to an
There's
hour.
nobody
prior,
on. There's
I was in the
nobody
lobby
else.
with Officer
There's a hand, D.
Archer
That's all that
and
matters.
Carmine Costello. I witnessed Carmine speak over radio to someone who I did not know at the time.
How do you witness somebody
At
speaking?
that
over
moment,
radio?
I knew that
Oh, never mind.
a DOC channel 15 was being used, which I believe falls under the government channels. I switched to that real fast in order to hear what was going on, and I heard who I believe to be Bobby Charles reply to Carmine on the radio. As for the incident where they were under arrest, we got a 311 from Bobby Charles requesting PD oversight because he felt that he was in danger. I was the only unit to show up initially. I watched from a distance with binoculars. There was a large crowd of people on the pier at Chumash. There was one person in a penguin mask in a gray Sentinel XS who was driving on the pier. I requested 77s. As I requested 77s, the vehicle drove towards the crowd of people. Carmine took his weapon and shot at the vehicle as it was ramming the crowd. The vehicle took off the pier and fled from the pier. I attempted to locate the vehicle, but was unable to find it. Came back to the pier to check on everybody, waited for units to arrive.
Is this not
Senior Officer Callista Bell and Officer Alexis Onfire showed
He's
up
just
as
reading a
assistants.
novel.
Let him go.
I moved in with Alexis Onfire onto the pier in
This
order to
doesn't
clear it.
incriminate anyone.
As I was clearing it, I saw Carmine come up a ladder. I asked him to get a statement for the shooting because I did witness him discharge his firearm and he does have a duty to report. As I was speaking to him and getting his statement regarding the shooting, I was instructed by Captain Slacks to detain Carmine for investigation for being in possession of a government radio. He was then detained, placed in handcuffs without incident, and brought to the beach, which was our triage point.
I'm gonna cook him.
Right. Thank you for that.
Okay, I'll go first.
This incident at MRPD.
Why the fuck are we yapping
Why
about this?
was Mr.
What
Costello
incident?
at?
Does this even have
in the
any
lobby?
relevance to the?
Yeah,
We had an
radio.
incident prior right outside MRPD with the same
I
man.
don't see this guy's
I believe
statement.
in the same exact car. It was a man in a penguin mask and a gray Sentinel XS. Carmine was outside. Kit was handling the situation, Officer Kit Archer. I showed up as assistance. Kit was speaking to Carmine to get his statement. As we were getting his statement, the male in the penguin mask
Why
and the
did Bobby
Sentinel was
yell?
repeatedly hitting Carmine with his vehicle, so we moved Carmine into the lobby in order to get him in a more secure and safe spot.
All right.
What's the point of that?
Is
fucking
it
know.
the PD's sorry, let me rephrase the question. Is it normal to speak on channel 15?
It is
For
not
any
normal.
reason.
However, it is considered a government radio channel and is encrypted
Okay.
to my
Oh
knowledge.
goddamn, dude! I'm listening to some badass music right now.
For government encrypted channel,
Listen to the actual
what is
Slick Rick.
required to speak on that?
I'm
To
listening
my
to the
knowledge,
real
a
Slick Rick. Slick
government
Rick.
radio.
They have no evidence submitted that shows that you were on channel 15. It's just this motherfucker saying that you were. And you know how the police lie.
Rick,
Have you heard Carmine Costello speak
Rick.
before?
Objection,
Is
Your
he
Honor.
doing
Your Honor,
voice
relevance?
ID? Is he doing voice ID?
I'm going to overrule on relevance, but what I'm going to say, Mr. Whitlock, is, this is a bench trial. Your witness just gave a very lengthy, sort of primary
Right.
narrative. So I'm going to kind of limit you on questions from here on out.
Okay.
You've kind of had.
He's gonna try to say
bunch.
he's like a fucking voice expert, and then I'm gonna object to Lax Foundation because they can't. They can't.
All right. In that case,
voice
Watch, watch, watch.
identification. Yeah,
Rick,
like
I was talking
there we
to
go.
him on the radio.
it's a little too
shut
nitty
the
gritty.
fuck up. No, you weren't.
yep, no worries.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cross-examination, Your Honor.
Do you think that that's what happens next, Greg?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, me too. Okay, just wanted to check. Go ahead.
Okay, officer. Let's recount some of your testimony on direct examination. Now, you said you thought you heard my clients talking on radio, right?
Yes.
But you're no voice expert, right?
I am no voice expert.
Okay,
However,
thank you. And you didn't see them talking on the radio?
He specifically stated that he did see Carmine talking on a radio.
Rebuttal to that.
Yeah, I'll move on, Your Honor.
Question is withdrawn.
Okay. Now you mentioned that you witnessed
What's
the
the
my
AMC
client
doing
talking
here?
on radio, right?
Yes.
But you never saw what sort of radio that they were talking on, right? This could have been a civilian radio.
Objection, speculation.
Your Honor, this isn't. Or sorry.
I would ask counselor that you would break down the question into more minutia on this one. In terms
Yes,
of,
Your Honor. Okay, let me let's back up a little bit. So, officer, you saw or you allege that you saw my client talking on a radio, right?
That is correct.
But you didn't see what kind of radio, right?
He has a radio on his belt the exact same as mine.
But you don't know what kind of radio that is, right?
Just argue that it's a prop.
Are all radios made the same, officer?
You don't
I'm
have
not
a radio
sure.
on you. Just say it's a prop.
So you're not sure that you saw what sort of radio that was?
I'm not entirely sure. I wouldn't be
Okay,
able to say for certain.
and you're familiar with the evidence that was submitted in this case, right?
That is correct.
You have no evidence
Timo,
other
I
than
need
your
someone to find me a
testimony that
fucking
you
civilian
saw
radio.
my client talking on a
What?
radio.
I need someone to find me a civilian
Your
radio.
client was speaking on a radio
You think I
on
have
channel
money?
15, to my knowledge.
But there's no evidence to support that, right? Other than your word.
To my knowledge, I'm not sure if there's more evidence other than my testimony.
Well, you're a police officer, right? You should be aware of the evidence in this case that you're called to testify to.
That's
Objection,
correct. However,
argumentative.
I've not been able to fully look it over.
Stop.
All right, stop.
There's an objection on the floor.
Rebuttal to the objection. Hello, rebuttal to the objection. You got
Oh,
one?
sorry, Your Honor. I didn't hear the objection.
It's argumentative. Uriel, make sure you're speaking up.
Sorry, I think I.
Uriel, more like urinal. Come on.
Your
you like
Honor,
that?
this is cross-examination. I'm allowed to,
You're allowed to
there's some-
lead.
right. Just ask for some leeway since this is cross-examination.
No, I didn't fuck with your question. I'm gonna sustain.
Yes, Your Honor.
Government equipment, or police
Officer,
issued
moving
equipment.
forward, you never witnessed Bobby Charles harming a dolphin, right?
I witnessed Bobby Charles carrying a dolphin, which looked either unconscious or deceased, onto his boat.
That you were sleeping.
Ready to see
Well,
a
you
home
couldn't
run?
make that assessment, right? You were watching from a distance.
I was watching with binoculars zoomed in.
So you can tell us here today that there was
What
something
happened to
wrong
Lily?
with that dolphin.
I've never personally seen the dolphin. I cannot attest to that.
Okay,
It looked either
perfect.
unconscious or asleep or dead. I am not sure.
Objection, Your Honor. Lacks foundation and move to strike the witness's testimony as he's not an expert, like a veterinarian or medical expert.
Whoa there, cowboy. Cool your horses. We haven't even gotten started with this rodeo. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen a fucking dead dolphin before, Rick, and I knew it was dead. So, overruled.
Yes, Your Honor. No further questions at this time.
Hey,
You guys got
what the fuck you mean?
I'd like to ask a few questions, please.
I'm scared.
No, it's gonna be okay.
You,
What about Cornwood?
you do have
know
the
Cornwood
right.
held a fucking dead dolphin one time at Siobhan's
Hey.
wedding. I was there.
Yeah,
Hey, then how's it going, buddy?
Can we use that?
How's it going, Carmine?
It's just prosecution.
You seem like a nice guy.
Okay.
You remember
Appreciate
when
it.
we met at the pier?
Yeah, but we met earlier in the lobby too.
Yeah, we did. Look, remind me, at the lobby, what did you say you saw again?
I saw you go on
Actually,
radio
asked
to
an
attempt
answer?
to speak to somebody.
Pause.
Oh,
There's an objection
I'm
on the
sorry.
floor.
I'm sorry. Bobby Charles, did you get fucking lonely or cold?
Well, Your Honor, as I'm representing myself too, I want to be here to whisper him questions in his ear. Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, you want to be doesn't mean that you get to have everything that you want.
So am I not allowed to defend myself, seeing as I'm facing position of a
You're not.
criminal?
No, you're not.
radio
You're not
too?
allowed as co-defendants to crowd the witness and stand there in unison and
Just,
intimidate
Hey,
sit
under
down. Just
questioning.
sit down. You can
No.
do your
Step
thing
back,
after.
Bobby.
Well, how else would I be able to direct my
Step your
questions
ass.
if you don't want me?
Step your
How else
ass.
would I be able to
Step your
direct my
ass
You'd like an
questions?
opportunity to ask questions
You
yourself.
can ask
if you
after
so
me,
choose.
after
Yeah,
me,
you
okay?
want a question, you get a question.
Step back.
Okay, there was an objection on the
Also,
floor.
Aiden, whenever you hear the opposing counsel or your lawyer
Why the fuck am I-
say the word objection, you stop talking immediately. Is that understood?
Yes, and I'll give it time
Fantastic.
too.
Say that it wasn't Kroll.
Fantastic.
Okay, what was the objection?
I wanna be the next
It was
witness.
asked and answered.
Well, what was asked?
You were asking him once again about an incident earlier today, which we had covered.
And what was his answer?
Wait, come here.
He didn't answer because I objected.
Ask to confer with your co-counsel.
I asked to confer with my co-counsel.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
You're allowed to bring things up on cross that were talked about indirect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time's
According
up.
to my co-counsel, I can ask that shit in the cross.
That was brought up on direct.
It was brought up
look,
on
I'm gonna-
direct.
I'm gonna let you ask the question. If there's an objection again, I'll review it. But just go on. I'm overruling it for now.
Okay. So-
Carmine was there. He gets to ask for, he gets to lead into his own perspective of events a little
Thank you,
bit.
Your Honor.
So, I'll ask you again. What happened at MRPD?
What do you mean specifically? Be more specific.
Okay.
I don't understand.
You said you saw me on a radio. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Were you able to identify the radio?
I was not able to at the time, no.
You said after the fact you transferred to channel 15, correct?
That is correct.
I'm scared.
What did you hear?
Used to be a judge. Help me.
Oh, sorry. Who did you hear?
Listen, I carried a fucking dolphin and I'm getting it.
I heard who I believe to be Bobby
Picked up a
Charles.
dolphin.
Anything
Moved to
else?
Shallow water.
You'll be fine.
I switched back swiftly after, so that's all I heard was Bobby Charles.
Okay. So, to your knowledge, I was on a radio frequency, and on channel 15, Bobby was on a allegedly Bobby was on a channel frequency, correct?
I'm confused. Reword the question.
You saw me use a radio, and you heard Bobby on channel 15, allegedly.
That is correct.
Okay. Now, you said something about encrypted channels. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said encrypted channels can only be accessed by using encrypted radios. Is that true?
To my knowledge, that is correct.
And when you say to your knowledge, have you tested this theory out?
Just tried that, Shaban. He already tried that.
I've been taught through Academy and have been told through Academy that only encrypted government radios can access government channels, and that civilian radios can only access
Who
civilian
was your academy
channels.
instructor? Was it Slacks? Yeah. Slacks, you teach us one?
Objection.
All right,
Your
Carmine,
Eminence.
you're done. Get out of here.
You heard the judge.
What did I do? Let me cook,
That's the
please.
bullhorn. Back up. Back off.
Yeah. You started talking to Slacks. I didn't like that. And
Come on.
yeah.
It's showmanship. It's
You
showmanship.
you made your point though.
I didn't make my point. I haven't even gotten to my point, Your Honor.
All right. One more question.
Wait. Does anyone have... I need a civilian radio. I need to demonstrate something.
Lily can
No,
get
we're in a
you one.
courtroom, Bobby.
You should have had
Carmine?
your Dogtown representative request a radio.
No, my movement was
to enter
restricted,
into
Your Honor.
evidence before we got started. Like a half an hour
They
ago.
asked for this whole court case.
This just a civilian radio will be a quick demonstration of how this
We're
officer is
in
wrong.
A courtroom. Nobody has them on them. We're in court.
Well, okay. I know it. Okay, you know what? Moving on. Let's move on to the pier. When we met, you said I was detained, correct? You detained me?
Yeah.
Yes, you were detained under investigation both for the shooting and for the possession of the government radio, which Slacks alerted me of on radio.
Okay. What was I under suspicion of for this detainment?
You were detained just for the time being to investigate the shooting, and you were also under suspicion of being in possession of a government radio.
Okay. After this detainment, you conducted an investigation. What was the findings of your investigation?
I'm not sure. I handed you off to Slacks after I was able to only search you about halfway.
Did you read me my rights?
I did not read you your rights while you were under detainment.
Okay. Did you find a government radio on me?
From what I was able to search on you, I wasn't able to find it.
Okay. And you said you also had me under because of the shots fired. What was the finding of that? Would you say I was what? What was your conclusion to that investigation?
Objection.
That is still under active investigation.
Okay. Do you know if my
Okay,
rights
I'm
were
gonna-
read? This is the
All right,
last
hang on,
question.
hold on,
This is the last
hold
question.
On, hold on. Carmine, when I say stop asking questions
Okay.
for right now,
My
that's
bad.
what I mean.
All right.
I'm going to instruct the witness with a bit of warning. Your evasive answers are bordering on non-responsive. To the extent that I was able to a yes or no question and then like trailing off doesn't quite cut it in court. So answer the questions.
Which answer was it? Was it in regards to the search?
I'm saying to answer the most recent question better, but you're getting pretty evasive in your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, the conclusion to the shots fired. What was your conclusion to that?
I was unable to gather your statement. We were focused on the other charges at hand.
Which
From what
are?
I witnessed, I believe it was justified, the shooting.
Okay, so according to you, both things I was detained for, I was found not guilty of. Is that correct? You didn't find the radio on me, did you? That's why you searched me. That's why I was
to search
detained.
about half of your person. I did not find it from the half I searched.
Okay, that's right there, half of your person. Okay, I need to know what that means. Basically, like what the hell does that mean?
Okay, he gave me direct consent to search his person. I went to search his person, and he immediately began yelling and saying he no longer consented. So I immediately stopped and just began walking him towards the beach in our triage zone. I wasn't able to conduct a full search.
Do we continue? I'm okay with that answer.
I'm satisfied. Yeah.
Okay. After the quote unquote half search, did you say anything on the radio? Directed at Slacks?
I did.
What did you say?
I said from what I was able to search, I did not find a radio
That's
on
what
me.
you said? You sure that's what you said?
I'm not sure if that's verbatim.
Okay. That's all, Your Honor. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Officer Slacks, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good, good. Let's start with the basics real quick. Officer Slacks, what's your current rank with the LSPD?
My captain.
How long have you been a captain for?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Yeah, what's the relevance of this? What's this rank?
I'm going to basically lead into the fact that we're going to be talking about policy a little bit, and I believe a captain would have a fair bit of knowledge about policy regarding government equipment.
I know he's a captain. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, good.
Hey, you can loosen up on the objections so this goes fast.
Captain
If you think
Slacks.
they're fucking us, go for it.
There's been talks about government radios. Can you elaborate which channels are identified as government only channels on the radio?
Yes. I believe 1 through at least 21 is our encrypted radio channels.
Okay.
Was the subathon gonna be for hitting 52? I don't know. I'll have to decide.
Did you
identify
any unauthorized use of any radio channels today?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
Have like a hawk like sound and like walk through the door and be like, the hawk is here.
Rebuttal?
Bobby,
I'm just
Bobby, get
basically
off the
asking
phone,
him
man.
if there's any unauthorized use of radio
get
channels.
off the
It's
phone.
pretty
Mess with Slack's psyche.
clear cut.
Don't mess with Slack's psyche.
Okay, like obviously he thinks so. So I'm just gonna sustain
Yes.
the objection. Find a better question.
Mentioned your name, he pulled out a baton and he started fucking twitching.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tom.
So,
Lenny, I'm getting
did
intro
anybody
music ready.
identify
Show up here.
themselves
Slacks is
on Channel
testifying.
15?
We're gonna like say like the Darth Hawk, and then it's gonna like echo.
Do you recall who identified themselves?
Oh God, why is Scotty
Right,
going
shit.
crazy? And what is this picture?
Carmine, get the echo ready.
Can you identify him?
Carmine?
Yes.
Get the echo ready. You're gonna start saying the hawk, the hawk.
Who are
the
they?
hawk, the hawk.
Bobby Charles and Carmine Costello.
Carmine, get the echo ready. Do you have like
Okay.
intro music for him?
no,
Find
no.
some intro music.
I got the echo ready.
Can you describe what you heard on the
let me
radio?
find
Them talking about Shumash and how they might be getting attacked.
Okay. And this is discussion between Carmine and Bobby Charles, correct?
Correct. And then them asking me on the radio for a welfare check every 5 minutes.
Okay. Originally, what brought you Channel 15 in the first place?
Bobby Charles contacted me. He called me. He told me that from now on, anytime we send people to jail, they should go to Channel 15. And we should let them know when we're sending the suspect and how much time.
The hawk's on his way.
Okay. When it comes to policy with the government equipment and the access to government resources, what's the policy when it comes to DOC access?
As far as Dogtown, DOC, I was told they don't have any access to anything from the PD armory.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay. Move to strike everything that the witness just said.
Rebuttal?
This is government standard policy. It's are we striking what's been agreed on, what's been settled by the executive management? Like,
Your Honor, may I be heard?
You ready for when the doors
I
open?
swear to God, if you ask
I
me
got the
that
echo
one more
ready,
time,
Carmine.
this is
Fucking
the
told you
point.
not to
I'm
say
going
that again, bro.
to destroy you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Fucking hell.
Say what the fuck you were gonna say.
Yeah,
Told him.
this wasn't a policy or any piece of legislation that
Scotty's
council
going
can point to.
crazy.
This was just something that it sounds like Captain Slacks heard from another individual. We don't even know who that individual is. They're not here to testify to that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got in my notes of what he just said. So I'm gonna sustain the objection.
Thank you, Your Honor.
it's
Just
almost
again,
there.
move to
Trust the
strike everything
process.
that Captain Slack said.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna give them the opportunity to.
That's Bob?
reframe the
Please,
question.
please, get your fucking quick hawk.
Get there some other.
What the fuck have you
Sure.
guys done this time?
Government radios. Same old, same
Captain
old.
Slacks,
We
who
were a bit
dictates
silly.
the policy for? Sorry, who dictates?
Exactly, a little
Who
bit silly.
dictates?
Who
the
did you
DOC
kill?
Access to government equipment.
Dolphin.
Chief Justice Crane.
Allegedly.
Okay. What was Chief Justice Crane's direction or policy when it comes to DOC and their access to government equipment?
No whatsoever.
Scotty's having a mental
No whatsoever,
breakdown.
as in no access to government resources and equipment.
Correct.
So just to clarify, DOC should not have any access to government resources or equipment at all.
From the PD Armory, correct.
Okay. Is the government issued radio part of the PD Armory?
Oh, he's almost here.
Yes.
How do you typically get a government issued radio?
Well, they're made available at the PD Armory, where officers can purchase them for a discount rate that is made available by the state.
Policy is not
Perfect.
legislation or law. What a fucking idiot.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Captain
say
Sykes,
that.
can we go and refer to the report the evidence relating to the dolphin incident? I went to point directly at the evidence marked as Bobby Charles holding dolphin on shore.
Scotty's here.
That's
What
it.
is it? It's Scotty.
Can
Scotty's
you, do you
here.
recognize the officer behind that vehicle?
Bro, Scotty's here.
Kind of looks like that dolphin is holding you.
He's gonna execute me.
I believe that's me.
Bro, he's gonna execute me.
Oh, I thought I saw the semblance. Okay. Seems like you were on the scene. Is it correct to say, based on the evidence, that you were on shore when Bobby Charles
What
brought
happened to
the
Slack's
dolphin
hair? Didn't he used to be bald?
out of the water?
Frost Step, 2006.
And then the person holding the dolphin identified
I know he
themselves
does.
as
I know
Bobby
he
Charles,
does.
correct?
100%.
Yes.
He's thinking of whether
What
he
did you
wants
say
to
to
kill me or not.
the to Bobby Charles when he was holding the dolphin?
Well, first, I told him to kindly put down the dolphin down, and
Put it back in the water.
I wanted to examine it,
Yes. I
but he refused, and he kept moving around.
Okay.
That's not true. I did-
How long did you think he was moving the dolphin
Yep, yep.
around
I'm gonna bring that up.
for?
2-3 minutes at least.
That's not true.
Captain Slacks, generally speaking, is it reasonable to expect it to be harmful for a
Google.
sea animal
Google it.
to be out of water for that period of
I'm
time?
Googling this. I'm gargling it.
Yes, I would say so.
Wait, what was the question? I don't remember.
Okay.
If it's okay.
So is it reasonable to believe that
Okay.
Bobby
That's
Charles
true.
was causing
He's not a
some
medical
harm,
expert. He can't
causing
assume
physical harm
that
to
keep
the
it out of
dolphin?
the water.
Objection, Your Honor. Lacks foundation.
He's not an expert witness. He's trying to ask him
Rebuttal?
about how long a dolphin was
My
staying.
previous questions just asked him,
Dolphins can't breathe.
or just was referencing the fact that Slacks saw Bobby Charles had the dolphin out of water for 2 to 3 minutes. We agree that generally speaking, having a sea animal outside of water for that amount of time is harmful. Captain Slacks, I'd like to look at the next piece of evidence in the report. It is going to be labeled dolphin.
I swear to fuck.
The dolphin seems to be returned back into the water. I believe Bobby Charles. Or sorry, the dolphin was returned back to water at this point. Do you agree that it looks a little limp in the photo?
A lip? What the fuck?
Yes, and appeared lifeless.
I can't even object to it because
Okay. Moving along. Let's see here. Let's look at the next piece of evidence. There's a piece of evidence saying radio found on Winslow Jackson and given to Captain Slacks. Can you give context behind this radio or this piece of evidence? How did you find this on, or how was this found on Winston? Or
What's
Winslow's,
Richard yapping about?
possessions?
I was late to the scene at the Shoot My Spear when I got there. I was on. I got on radio channel 15 to try to contact Bobby Charles or Carmine because, sorry, Bobby, because I believe he was on the boat.
Richard's
the white boat you
treacherous
see in the
bitch. Look
picture.
where he's standing.
From there, Winslow,
Look where that treacherous bitch is
the
standing.
defendant in the red tie,
called himself Roadhog.
Oh shit, he's here!
replied back to me, and on top of it, when I tried to detain him, and he gave me the radio, handed it to me as I was for handcuffs.
Shut up, Bobby.
Excuse me, Slacks. Mr. Charles, are you dying over?
You're right. No, Your Honor. I'm not.
No, you're not in mortal peril.
So
You don't need a doctor?
So you had to cough.
I had to cough, Your Honor. You know, allergy season.
Okay, so you have no reason to not be shutting the fuck up, then, that are urgent.
Who's the whole?
Can we just pretend like the...
Bro, stop. You're
Okay.
literally getting chewed out. Are you
Slacks.
crazy?
Yeah,
I'm doing it because he's
Sorry, I'm
not
just
focusing on
distracted.
me.
I understand.
Come on, are you serious? Hey, worst case
No,
scenario,
I'm
we get
fucking
Lenny
with you,
to shoot
Scotty. Don't
Slacks
kill
again.
me, please. Don't
You
kill
little
me.
bitch.
It was a joke. I was worried about you assassinating me this whole time.
I've really been thinking about it.
Sorry, is there
Scotty,
a movie?
Scotty.
I thought we cut off Captain Slacks. here.
I don't know. There seems
Google
to be an
Gaga.
altercation brewing
Oops.
between
I meant
Bobby
Fallen.
Charles and is that Lenny Hawk who just walked in?
Goddamn hell was that?
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah, everything's okay.
Nothing.
Everything's okay, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, just want to make sure.
Captain Slacks, if you may.
Oh, bro, why is this shit lasting so long? You've come to my side to
Yes,
suckle on my teeth once more, my child. Here, embrace
as
me.
The boat got closer to shore,
Supposed to be standing here.
and
Oh my god.
I went to detain Winslow, who
I'm never going to
used the
quit
radio in
trying.
front of me
Oh, and we're trying
and
to save this.
What?
spoke on channel 15.
You're never
When
going.
I went to cuff
I
him,
didn't say anything.
How the fuck are they gonna prove that?
he gave me the radio at the same time, so I was able to receive the radio, then place him in cuffs,
Yeah, exactly. They never.
thus
What
to
about that
transfer the
cartilage
radio,
in the
and thus
cartilage?
having it on his
Yeah, I'll
possession at
bring
one
it up.
point.
Remember, get everyone to yell when I do that
Okay.
last question.
All right, I will.
At the Chumash scene, did you see anybody else using the radio as
What?
well?
Check your text.
I don't have one.
Oh, shit.
I'm about to.
Then why would I check now?
Check what?
second.
Why didn't you tell me to check in a couple
Um,
seconds?
What are we talking about, guys?
Captain Slacks? You guys hear me?
Is he nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the apocalypse.
No, it's not the
Uh,
apocalypse.
Our
Everything's
witness
fine.
is
It's
being
just-
intimidated, Your Honor.
Carmine.
Yeah, I feel like there's something going on here. So
No, I think it's fine. Your
Well,
Honor.
Counselor, that's from your
in a
side, so
Western-
maybe get it under control.
Yeah,
I'm
counsel.
all right.
The hawk.
okay.
Yeah, do it again, Carmine.
So everybody
Do
take
the
a
hawk
deep breath.
thingy.
It's been a long
She's gone. He's
long
gone.
bench trial.
So,
What the fuck? He's gone?
Couple
Yeah,
seconds.
he's gone. He
My
walked
counsel real
out.
quick.
on how you know more
Okay.
about charges, like how they tried to get
Defense.
you with indecent exposure. when
Okay.
it wasn't even accurate.
Officer Slacks. Now let's go back to what you talked about on direct examination. You know, you and your attorney talked a lot about policy. So let's talk about that policy. Now, just to clarify, that is policy, right?
From the Chief Justice, yes.
Well, you know, I'm reading through this and I can't find it. So if you want to find it for us, go ahead.
I'm just repeating the law and legislation passed down from the Chief Justice.
Okay, but just to be clear, it's not written in the legislation here, right?
Well, that would be the penal code.
Okay, let's actually talk about issued equipment. You're familiar with the evidence that's submitted, right? Of the okay, let's take a look at the radio that you submitted into evidence. Specifically, the photo of the radio found on Winslow Jackson and given to Captain Slacks. You're familiar with that, right?
Correct.
Okay, and let's look at that sticker that's on that government radio. Can you go ahead and read that for me after it says government? What's that first word or that first two letters?
Let me pull up the picture.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, that
Oh,
is
he's cooking.
EMS.
Huh?
What's the
Bobby,
first
I'm trying to listen.
the first word there?
trying
That's
to
PD, right?
Oh yeah. So PD, EMS, and then a D and an O and a C.
Yeah. What does that D stand for? Do you happen to
I can tell
know?
that for a fact.
Well, you know the PD stands for police department, right?
The
believe so,
legislation says
yes.
DOC.
And then the EMS is probably emergency medical services.
Correct.
Legislation says DOC protocol too.
And well, the DOC probably stands for Department of Corrections, right?
I would imagine
no
so.
fucking objection. That is way
Okay.
more prejudicial than probative.
Moving on.
Hey,
moving
Your
on.
Honor,
Okay.
come on,
Don't
don't
answer
get.
that.
He's the one who doesn't have a bar license. Don't give these fucking
Captain
lackeys.
Slacks, let's move on
training
to
wheels?
the Dolphin. Okay, so you
DOC.
testified that Bobby picked up a dolphin, right?
Hey, this my legal aid.
Okay, and at some point, Bobby placed that dolphin back in the water.
I think the whole radio thing's out of
After you told him
question.
to drop it, yes.
And after that, did you ever check to see what happened with that dolphin?
I don't even need to ask
Never-
questions. This is
I
over.
mean, I
if I do go up
examined
there,
it
it's
from
probably
a
just
distance. I
gonna
didn't
be to
really
talk
be really
shit.
close to it, but it didn't make much of a movement after it was placed in the water.
Did you happen to call a veterinarian by chance?
I did not.
Did you call a marine biologist maybe?
I did not.
Oh, okay. You know, Captain Slacks, I have one final question for you.
What?
Are you aware that a member of your department picked up a dolphin, transported it to a wedding reception, and never
Objection.
received criminal charges,
Relevance.
and in fact was praised for doing so?
Don't answer that, Slacks.
All right, I'm going
Objection on
to
the floor.
sustain that objection.
What?
That is way out of scope.
No more questions, Your Honor.
He ate that shit up, huh? He ate that shit.
Yeah.
All right,
That's my boy.
Captain Slacks, how's it going?
Good.
You okay right now?
You know that dolphins can
A little on the edge, but I'll be fine.
for 10
Why is
minutes
that?
can actually stay
Why do you feel on
for
edge?
Several hours.
Saw somebody.
I know.
What'd you see, Slacks? You see the Grim Reaper?
Your face.
Oh, so I make you feel on edge, Slacks.
A little bit.
Did you feel on edge when you accused me of these alleged crimes?
No, I'm just holding you accountable.
Accountable to what, Slacks?
To upholding the law.
So integrity is a valuable thing to you, huh?
It's one of my core principles.
Talking about cores, how close to your core did Lenny's bullets get?
Objection, relevance.
Rebuttal?
Nothing. I'll continue.
I'll always know that it was
Slacks,
Okay.
you said
Damn.
word
Make
of
the joke
mouth.
louder.
You and Crane had a conversation about DOC legislation?
We did. At first, I wanted to offer a PD radio and batons to Dogtown, but I was shut down.
What did he say?
He said no PD gear at all.
Okay. So he said you can't supply us with quote unquote PD gear.
Carmine, what the fuck are you doing?
That is correct.
So
He's gonna fucking.
can you shut up? Can you shut up? I got this. So Crane, just to iterate, Crane said you cannot supply, quote unquote, Dogtown with equipment. Where did Crane say we were not allowed to have it though?
Well, the penal code
What
states
penal
where you can't have
code?
it. The penal code of the charge of possession of an issued equipment.
Okay, and what does that charge say?
I mean, I can read it out loud for you if you like.
All right, go for it. We're all ears, ain't that right, folks? We're all ears. We're listening. We've been in long enough.
It would be my pleasure. It is
right
illegal. It is illegal to possess any government-owned or police-issued equipment without being on duty as a state employee or approved person carried within the MDT.
Right there. What did you say? State what?
Listen,
What was that?
Fucking whistle in my courtroom, Carm.
Sorry, I got excited. I got
We're playing
excited.
soccer here.
You said state what?
Police issued equipment without being on duty as a state employee.
Okay. So, would you say did you determine whether me or Bobby or Winslow are on duty? Would you say we're on duty? Can you determine whether we're on duty or not? Is that your purview?
If you're not in Dogtown, you're not on duty.
Who says that? Who says that?
The law.
What law? There's a lot of assumptions in this room. I want facts, Slacks. Give us the facts.
The DLC legislation that tells you as soon as you re-enter Los Santos, you're supposed to abide by our laws.
No, Slacks. It says we hold no power outside the bounds of Dogtown. It does not state that we don't hold the position. We still get paid by the government.
If you were to enter Dogtown, you'd still be a cop.
Exactly.
That is
Richard,
correct.
why are you even speaking?
But the difference is Dogtown has no laws, while Los Santos does.
Richard, what the fuck?
Well, we're in a court of law for Los Santos. We're talking about Los Santos law and protocol or whatever. So,
legal representative.
you have no knowledge on whether we're on duty, off duty. You don't determine that. You wouldn't know anything about that. You're not a guard. So,
I mean, are you trying to state that you get paid to be outside of Dogtown?
well, there's plenty of reasons as to why we'd be outside. You go on supply runs, don't you, sometimes? There are times where you're on the clock, but you gotta feed yourself, correct?
Well, based on the previous testimony and statements, you went there for a supply run.
Oh, how do you know that?
Because I produced a report.
You know, Chumash? There's a diner there. You know that? Celine Dion ate there once. Who should say we weren't going there to get a bite to eat?
Mm-hmm.
If your definition of getting a dolphin, a bite to eat, then there's your answer.
Right, it's a delicacy in Japan. So, would you say me, Bobby, and Winslow, the accused, are government employees?
I believe you work for an entity within the government.
And what entity is that?
Dolphins at Japan.
Hey, it says it in the legislation. It's in the
Let
title.
me pull up. Yeah, I can pull up the legislation for sure.
I'm gonna hit it when he says it.
Bobby, I'm gonna call you and Carmine as witnesses, okay?
Right.
Bobby Charles and Carmen Costello is empowered as the co-wardens of the penitentiary.
There it is, folks. Empowered. Who empowered us?
am fucking powered, bitch.
The law did the legislation.
Thoroughly and deeply cooked. That is all, Your Honor. I will be stepping down from that for now. That is.
You just
I'm stepping down too.
I
You
did.
Lenny
right?
I helped.
You
Cooked
Lenny
his
Hawked
ass.
him.
Cooked his ass.
Yeah, I helped. I helped too.
Hey,
Carmine,
it's like
say
in
that.
How
shambles.
are they winning?
Yeah, that was really good.
Okay.
Say that I helped too, Carmine. Give me some credit.
Bruh. Hey,
think
keep me
Carmine, that
out.
was
Keep
a
me
great
out the
job.
courtroom.
You all by yourself.
Slacks then at this point.
Thank you,
Which one of
Scotty.
you wants to go first?
Yes, Your
you or
Honor.
Carmine?
I'll go for
Perfect.
it. What do I say about when they question
I
me?
don't-
Your Honor, can we call a
I don't
sidebar?
want to go up. I don't want to go up. I don't want to go
Sure.
up.
Oh, do any of you want to go up?
I don't
I
want
want to go up about the dolphin. Tell me
Sorry,
what to
Bobby,
say
go
about
up.
the
I'm
dolphin.
not
Already
going
answered
up.
what I
I'm
was gonna
good.
get up there.
Hello.
Hey,
Greg,
you got caught in
That's
your
you.
boat.
Get the
He's
fuck
cool with
over here,
threes.
Greg.
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry, I've got a broken leg.
Calling him Greg.
Is the defense about me saying that
Why do you have a broken leg, Greg?
That's an ick, Greg. Being injured is an ick.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I've been notified by one of our dispatchers that Bobby Charles has advised Lenny Hawk to assassinate myself as I walk in the courtroom.
What?
Oh,
This is
wow.
preposterous. Baseless
Okay, so, like-
allegations.
Their phones. Your Honor.
First question is this dispatcher Jordan?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna need more evidence.
Wait, what?
Jordan's full of
Yeah,
shit.
I'm gonna
Everybody
need more
knows
At
it.
evidence
this
if I'm
time,
gonna like
I'm
how am I
objecting to
supposed to respond to
hearsay.
that? Well, I mean, yeah, like obviously, like
Yeah,
this is a
someone heard
big
to the
bombshell
hall.
revelation.
Jesus.
But like I mean, is it what are you trying to achieve?
Bobby working overtime
Do you
right
just
now.
don't
No, they're just plotting something. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, we already got killed by Carmine and I.
I mean, if you could get some
Get the body
77s
bag.
here just in case, I think that would
I
probably
will.
be a
I
good
will.
idea.
I'm just notifying you as far as what's going on, so you know what's happening.
Okay. I thought you were like going for a mistrial or something like that.
I mean, I already testified already, so let's too late on that part.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You.
All right.
All right. Yeah, as long as everybody's aware of that. All right. Prosecution.
Prosecution has no more witnesses, Your
Dolphins
Honor.
can
Prosecution
only
rests.
survive
Thank you.
underwater for
All right,
8
defense.
to 10 minutes.
Okay.
He was trying to get it out.
Yes, Your Honor. We'd like to call Bobby Charles to the stand at this time.
Oh no.
All right, Bobby Charles, get
So what
sworn
do I
in.
do?
Bobby, you
Testify.
got this. Please don't fuck.
Bobby,
you
get
got
up
this.
here.
Bobby, you got this.
Whales.com.
Come over
Hey,
here.
strong.
You
Get over here.
Testify under oath,
Whales.com.
Bobby Charles.
I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm
No,
scared.
you got this.
Can I give somebody a hug before I go up
But
here?
this is
I'm
it. This is the
scared.
climax.
Get up here, Bobby.
We'll see what Bobby does.
You're good.
Oh, Slick
I
Rick!
got you. I got you.
Oh, damn.
Everything's gonna
Bobby,
be
just
okay.
remember,
Everything's
don't be
gonna
yourself.
I've been really rejected.
Carmine, did you know that?
This might be it.
Get in that chair.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of
believe
over
in him.
for
I
us
believe
now.
in him. I believe in him.
Carmine,
So-
dolphins can only hold their breath for 8 to 10 minutes. They can actually survive several
Raise your left
hours
hand.
away.
Bobby Charles.
Well, hopefully
fucking
Murphy knows
rant.
that. Bobby should bring it up.
Yes, Your Honor.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the
You
truth,
know
under the
dolphins
pains
just
and
hold their
penalties of
breath.
perjury, including
And
and up to
blowholes, right?
death.
Yeah, they have to
So
come
help
up
you
for
How about
air.
you shut your blowhole, bitch?
You just say death.
Yeah, you walked
did.
right into that one, dummy.
Guys, he's
Yeah.
not doing a good job on
Yeah.
just like swearing in.
So help
Oh,
you,
no.
Vickers.
Yeah, I
I need to
accept.
get this right.
Yes.
Witness is sworn in, Your Honor.
Oh, it's too late.
Understood.
Okay. Hello there, Mr. Bobby Charles. How's it going today?
Pretty terrible. A malicious prosecution by Captain Slacks. I would say maybe a targeted attack. Some might say the Ego Act, possibly targeted violence.
Blah, 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 Bobby.
Keeping me in handcuffs, unlawful imprisonment, plus kidnapping. I was scared. I was scared of my life. My auntie's at the house, making me a nice, expecting me to be home right
Dumbo.
after I got off my long shift at work.
Objection narrative, Your Honor.
We'll move on, Your Honor.
Yeah, I mean, like, you did just say, like, how are you? And that's what came back.
Right. Mr. Charles, I'm really sorry about that. Let's just try to keep this short and sweet, okay? And then we'll send you on your way, okay? So I just want to talk about that radio thing that the police are having an issue with. Now, you're familiar with the stickers that are on this radio, right?
Of course, I know
And
all
there's-
my equipment.
Right. And there's 3 different entities that are listed on this radio, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you've had a chance to look at the evidence that was submitted and talked about during
Bro,
this
if Crane
hearing.
finds out about this, we're fucked.
Can you let us know what those 3 stickers say?
Bro, if Crane even gets a whiff of this, it's
PD.
over.
EMS and DOC.
Oh, sorry. What was that? What was that last one again, Mr. Charles? Okay. And to your personal knowledge, what does the DOC stand for?
Seeing as it's empowered by me, it's Department of Cruelty.
No, it stands for DOC.
That's gonna fuck us up.
Okay. And is it also known as the Department of Corrections?
That was its former name.
Okay. And Mr. Charles, are you aware of any legislation that prohibits you from having a radio in your possession?
I am a man of the law. There is no such legislation, and I read the legislation every day.
Okay. And as a matter of fact, were you even caught with a radio in your possession?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, let's move past this whole radio issue. Let's talk about the dolphin. Now, can you tell us a little bit about what happened there?
Well, I was in the water. Then I spotted a dolphin. And I'm into those those geographic shows, by the way. Dolphin, a dolphin's a mammal. It requires air. And I was just swimming with the dolphin.
Okay, okay. And then at some point, you may
I
have
don't
picked
like
up that
this.
dolphin. Did you ever place that dolphin back in the water?
Of course I did. I know dolphins can only survive without water for only a few minutes. I think it's around
It's several
maybe 10 minutes to
hours.
survive without
Right,
water.
right.
It's
And,
the other way around.
and it's funny that you mentioned that dolphins can survive
Several
outside
hours.
of water for 8 to
of
10
course
minutes.
they are mammals.
Right, right. And, it's funny that you say that because what did Captain Slack say again? Maybe he was out of water for about 2 minutes, maybe 3.
Yeah, he did say that.
How much less is that from 8 to 10? What? That's like almost 6-7 minutes?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then as far as you knew, when you placed that dolphin back in the water, I mean, as far as you know, everything was fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Nothing further, Your Honor. I don't know. This might have been a bad decision.
He got it backwards. Dolphins
Yes,
can
it's
survive
always a
out
bad
of
decision to
water
have
for
Bobby
several
talk in front of
hours.
people.
Oh, fuck. Oh, well, it's okay.
They can
It's okay.
they
By
can
the way,
only
Tony,
survive
if you're
underwater
having
for
trouble
a couple
staying
minutes.
awake, maybe think of an injection every once in a while. Might keep you awake.
Oh no, Your Honor. I was just looking at my shoes. There's a smudge on it.
Carmine, am I allowed to take a picture of that?
Yeah, you're allowed.
No,
Bobby,
it's
is there
even
a armory at the Bolingbrook Penitentiary?
It goes against my SOPs to talk about what's inside my penitentiary. Only my employees know that. It's in my SOPs. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you that.
Wow, this actually is working out a lot better.
I'm sorry, Bobby Charles. Did you just refuse to answer a question?
I mean,
think
the
it's
police
working
department, anytime a question in court is asked about something, they always backfire back to their SOPs. My SOPs that no outside sources should know if we have an armory.
I'm
or
not going up there,
Bobby
guys.
Charles, you don't know how to fucking read or write. You don't have any SOPs. Answer the question.
I
I'm
do
not
have
going
SOPs.
up there.
It's true.
Non-responsive, Your Honor.
Yeah, non-responsive.
Oh God, he's gonna go in contempt.
Answer the damn question, Bob.
Just say, yeah, we have SOPs.
Yeah, we do have an armory.
There we go.
You do.
Yeah, an armory.
And you can purchase radios from this armory.
It's not necessarily, an armory isn't necessarily something that you purchase things from. It could be an armory. It could be a storage. Unless you're referring to
True.
maybe a shop.
Plus one.
Is that what you're referring to? Let me help you out here. Is that what you're referring to?
Oh, Bobby.
Non-responsive
Oh,
again,
Bobby
Your Honor.
sassy.
Yeah, Bobby Charles, stop asking questions.
No, you cannot purchase anything from our armory.
And if you'll refer to the penal code for purchase or for issued government equipment and possession of government equipment, where does it list that you can receive government equipment?
On the
Which
label.
charge are you specifically
On the
talking
label,
about?
the radio. I
Let
feel
me
like that
find
should be
the specific
sufficient.
charge for you. It is criminal possession of government issued equipment.
Where does it say we can have it?
I don't understand his question. What?
Why would you even find information like that? I feel like the
Yeah,
labels are
yeah.
enough. I should
I'm
have gone
confused.
up. I should have gone up before Bobby.
What does it say?
What, do you still
What was the?
testify?
Repeat the question.
I mean, we'll see how
Why
this
don't you
goes.
just read the charge?
If it's a car crash,
for
I'll
the
try and
courtroom?
save it.
Oh, it is illegal to possess any government-owned or police-issued equipment without being on duty as a state employee or approved person tagged within
We
the
already
MDT.
went over this.
Specifically, this
Oh my
covers
God.
any of the following, provided it can be proven to be only obtainable
Yes,
from the
state employees.
hospital
We're good.
armories, taser
Thank you.
cartridges,
Can be.
taser
You can stop right
guns.
there.
Can be.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Your Honor, I think
Rebuttal.
it's highly relevant where government issued equipment comes from.
Your Honor, the charge deals with
It's
possession.
right there in the name of the charge, government issued.
Your Honor, the charge says illegal possession of government owned.
Yeah. All right. I know what a fucking radio is and whatnot. So all this reading the charges, I've already read. Before the first time you all read legislation and charges, I had already read both those things. So
We're doing
got
all
it.
this for Winslow, so Winslow fucking beats the case.
I think we all got it.
I'm pretty sure I'm already out of the, kill
Alright.
zone. I'm already out of the
Your Honor,
felony
I have a
zone.
second point to that relevance too. That this is more prejudicial than probative because the defendant on stand wasn't even found with a radio in their possession.
I'm pretty sure I just like sustained overall what your objection was. So.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor.
Bobby, in the course of your
I'm getting
duties,
contempt. Fuck.
what
I didn't.
what do
hear
you
it
have keys to?
sustained.
I didn't either.
Pay attention.
Did he say that?
No, I didn't hear.
So you
that.
don't have keys to the PD?
Plus, he's ugly.
No.
You don't have keys to the hospital?
Objection again, Your Honor. Relevance.
Rebuttal.
I'm just establishing where Mr. Bobby Charles, in the course of his duties, which he has talked about, this is highly relevant in terms of what the DOC can and can't do.
Yeah, the scope is open to this. What he has access to will tend to indicate what he has the authority to provision for himself. So I'm gonna overrule that. Please answer the question.
But he was never found with a radio.
What was the question again?
Yeah, this is for
Do you have
Winslow.
access
Though.
to
This
the
is all for
hospital?
Winslow.
No.
Right.
Bobby didn't admit he had a radio on him.
In the
and
course of your
progress.
duties, what can you provide for yourself from your armory?
Bobby just needs to
Whatever was
say
in my
whatever.
armory at the time.
Yeah, there we go. Whatever we have in the armory. There we go. Good answer.
I know.
Great answer.
And that
in
would
fact.
entail what specifically?
Whatever we have.
Anything.
Don't go into details.
Firearm,
To like redirect
weapons of
them and
minor
ask you
discretion.
questions.
I don't know.
But no government radios.
Depends on the day.
Okay. Depends
So you're
on the
not
day.
issued government radios on a day-to-day basis.
No.
Yeah, we are issued. Just
Were you
lie.
ever
Just
issued
fucking
government
lie.
radios as
Just
part of your
lie.
duties?
Just lie at that point. Fuck them.
No.
Hey, hang the perjury charge.
Okay. Relating to the dolphin
I'm not
incident,
going up there. They might get me on that shit.
why
bruh.
did you bring the dolphin onto the boat?
Repeat the question.
Why did you bring a
charge is
dolphin onto the
illegal
boat?
to possess when you're not a
Dolphins
state
are
employee. It's a
mammals.
state employee.
Require
Doesn't make any sense.
oxygen.
Yeah, exactly. We're
Here we
state
go.
employees.
They
Are
hung up on
dolphins
the
normally
issue
handled
part.
by people?
but
Objection,
government
Your Honor.
issued.
It's speculation.
I think
I
it's
feel like this is
reasonable for
starting to
any
turn
person
into
to answer
semantics.
this question, Your Honor.
The charge is criminal possession.
I'm going to say
Government issued is the
I'm
subject.
Gonna overrule your objection, but this is opinion of a layperson. Bobby doesn't know how a dolphin works.
His intention was pure.
Your Honor,
and
I
good.
do watch National Geographic in my free time.
Why is he wanting to
Duly
answer
noted.
the question?
Still, it's not an expert in dolphins.
I don't know. He really wanted to testify.
All
Maybe
right.
I shouldn't have let him.
Bobby's a fucking
should I
idiot. You can
move on
never
then,
let
Your
him
Honor?
do this stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
I don't really
right.
give a fuck about his opinion of people handling dolphins.
One moment, Your Honor.
Oh shit! What's his whole case hinged on the?
Bro, Slick Rick got him on the ropes.
I wonder if I can redirect him.
Maybe. I'm gonna ask him
What are
about.
they doing? We're just doing Cletus cool with it.
license. 'Cause, technically, if you don't have licenses, you
Hey,
can't be having
Rick.
animals like that, right?
Yeah.
What about Bobby's history of rehabbing animals? Right, Carmine? Remember
Fish-
the
Fish-
cat?
listen,
doesn't have a history of
Everybody
rehabbing
sure that if you have a
animals.
bingo
I'll
card
ask
that you
about that.
mark
I'll ask
off
about that.
Judge Roast Witness on your bingo
Yeah, I
card.
can ask about that.
Fishing
Isn't
isn't like a licensed
isn't-
activity, is it?
Isn't there like something where like if your intentions were pure, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly,
it's like he
exactly.
was trying to help the dolphin.
I don't think
Bobby,
Good
let me know
Samaritan
when you're
applies to
We should have
dolphins.
just said the dolphin
Great,
was
sorry,
dead
you
to
can go
begin
ahead and
with.
continue questioning.
Yeah,
And-
it was
and he
underwater.
picked
That's
up
what
a
I said. It was
oh,
underwater for
fuck.
too long. It fucking drowned.
I mean, a couple things I wanted to
All
ask.
this
just
'cause you
something
wanted to
curious about.
touch a
You
stupid
stated
dolphin,
that when
bruh.
you guys were talking about the DOC naming and stuff like that, you mentioned briefly that it was formerly known as the DOC. What is the DOC currently known as? If you don't mind me asking, because as formerly known as that, what is it then?
Oh God.
Well, it depends on however I feel that day because I am the warden. So,
what is it today?
Department of Ocean Cleanliness.
Co-warden.
I would just like to enter onto the record that the Dogtown Oppression Center is the correct answer.
Oh.
Oppression Center?
The
I'll take
DAs?
it.
Okay.
Oppression's with the O.
Oppression starts with an O.
Oh.
Oppression.
Sorry, as I heard apprehension, I
That's
thought I was
my lawyer.
thinking
No,
apprehension.
Tony. Oppression.
Okay. It's fine. Now, if it's known as that, why is it that we keep talking about the Department of Corrections? Is the Department of Oppression and whatever the hell it is that grandfathered into any current legislation under DOC as in Department of Corrections? Don't worry, I'll wait.
What's the point of this?
Repeat the question.
Semantics.
Is the Department
He's trying to get an
Oppression-
alley-oop.
Sorry, can you
They're
say the
trying
whole
to
thing again,
paint
Your Honor?
that DOC isn't
in
like,
direct partner corrections.
serious. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
not good. That's all a joke.
Anyways, is your department under the new name grandfathered into any legislation under the Department of Corrections? Seems to me you're making a distinction between your specific.
I'm ready to answer.
Yeah.
Well, DOC's
There's
an
like
acronym.
nicknames. Oh, there we go. Yeah. There's like.
But it seems to be your
and then there's,
council
you know,
is
government names.
Referring to the legislation applying to the Department of Corrections, but you're saying it's something different.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
It's highly
Yeah, I thought
relevant.
we established it was an acronym and all that stuff and talked about the legislation. And Tony, you got to arrive at a question at some point, bro.
No, that's what I'm asking. Is like, does
No, you're not
Okay.
asking. You're
Bobby
just
doesn't speak
kinda
for
circling
the,
around.
for the actual.
well, I'm
like,
well,
Bobby
he's
had to
not
interrupt you.
Okay.
spot.
So basically, what I'm asking is that you consider yourself a different
Swing again.
entity. So, does the Department of Oppression, whatever talk see, does that apply to any sort of? Is that grandfathered into any sort of?
Nah, Slick is doing pretty
that's-
well,
or
I'm gonna be
penal code
honest.
related to the Department of Corrections.
Slick is doing pretty well.
Bobby doesn't have
Objection,
the
Your Honor.
choice.
Again, relevance.
I just honestly find that whole question confusing. Like grandfathered. Could we avoid using like folksy language like grandfathered in? Like,
Well,
what the
okay,
fuck
okay.
do you mean when you ask that?
Well, Dr. Charles calls themselves
Crane's
formally
old
the
as
Department of
shit.
Corrections. Department of Corrections. They're calling themselves something different. And the
Slick is
council,
goated.
the council for Bobby Charles has been talking about how the law applies to the Department of
Hey,
Corrections.
they got
but
slacks.
just
We
heard
got
in
Slick,
his
baby.
direct,
They were
direct question
doubting
that
him
he
too.
refers to themselves as former.
When we walked into this court case, this lawyer right here, the one standing up there now, and this one next to Slacks, both of them were talking shit about Slick. They're like, "Hey, when you go up there, I'm praying for you, okay? Because you have a fucking paralegal with you, but the paralegal is fucking roasting them. So apparently, your bar license doesn't mean shit.
Tony.
Hey, skill
Sure.
issue, man.
Any objections?
They got his
no,
power
Your Honor.
level wrong.
Cool.
So,
Oh, okay.
Bobby, you made claims in your direct testimony that dolphins can last up to a certain amount of time outside of water. But that's up to a certain amount of time. That still poses a risk to the dolphin, correct?
I'd assume.
You'd assume. So that's still putting the dolphin in danger.
Objection, Your Honor. Opinion of a lay witness, or ask for an opinion of a lay witness.
Bro, I hate objections.
Rebuttal.
I hate objections. I
He
hate
was pretty sure
objections.
about how long they last outside of water. I mean, he says
was
he watches
wrong about
national
that. He
television.
was wrong about
Unless,
that.
that
I
doesn't count.
thought-
Then.
I get why.
I feel
You
like
know,
it's Groundhog Day all over again. I thought I already said that. Bobby
bruh,
Charles is
I
not
feel
a
like when
fucking
you
marine
get-
biologist.
When someone hits
I
you
could
with an
be one, though.
objection, it just derails everything you're doing. And I
Okay,
get
here we
that's the
are again,
point.
though.
But I hate it,
Not,
man.
bro.
Brought it up, but I'm keeping it
I
down.
hate it.
What
If
the
I go
fuck?
up there, I'm gonna get 1,000 objections.
But you know what? I'm just gonna allow it. I'm just gonna allow it so we can get past this. I will hear what Bobby Charles has to say about Dolphin.
Oh no. He was wrong.
Bobby?
Yeah, repeat the question.
Oh. So that implies that being out of water poses harm to the dolphin.
If you don't know how to handle it.
If you don't know how to handle it. Bobby, do you have a license for fishing or hunting?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance. This is extremely more prejudicial than probative. Nothing's been said in court about any hunting or fishing taking place.
Is it relevance or more prejudicial than probative?
Bro, it's 5 a.m., almost 6
more
a.m.
prejudicial than
I'm gonna be
probative.
honest. I don't know if we're streaming
There's no
tomorrow.
foundation laid that Bobby was either
If I do, it's gonna
hunting
be
or
a short
fishing.
one. I don't even know how I'm still awake right now.
Learning court.
What do I say? What do I say? What do I say?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I don't know, man. I ain't
I
got
don't
you.
know
What's your rebuttal, Tony?
I don't know
Come
what
on.
that provocative
Oh.
means.
Well, I mean, he just said, you know,
Clap back.
if you know how to handle it or not. So I'm asking if he's licensed to do it or
Where
not.
are you guys from? Is anyone from the
Implies
UK
that-
here?
I'm just gonna let it ride.
Any UK Donnies?
Okay. Well,
That better not be. You motherfuckers should be sleeping.
you know what?
I doubt
gonna
there. I
allow
don't
it.
think there's a single person here from
you
the
have a
UK.
license
There's
to
no
handle
way.
dolphins.
Bro, what is wrong with you guys? Why are you awake at this hour? My excuse is I have to be.
Okay. So you don't have a license to handle wildlife like
When
that.
do you people sleep? Are you vampires? Fucking ghouls.
Consult my
Ghouls
counsel,
in
see if
chat.
there's anything else.
Shame on you. Yeah, I'm not going up there so we can wrap this up. It'd probably be like good roleplay, but listen, I'm gassed.
Oh, we're good, Your Honor. We conclude the questions for Bobby Charles.
Oh shit, never mind. Can I redirect, Your Honor?
You have work in 5 hours.
No.
Okay.
Hey, Slix, I'm sorry, but thank God. Okay, this has been going on for a while.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Should I call anyone else, or is that?
Oh no, I'm not going. Wait,
All right.
if Slacks wants me up there, I'll go up.
Carmine and Winslow.
The first thing you said was fucking
I'll go up if
wrong.
Slacks wants me up there.
Well, it's up to you.
Hey, Slacks, you want me up there?
Opposite. You said the opposite.
Wait, what?
You want me up
It's not
there?
up to Slacks.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I'm letting him
It's not up
choose.
to Slacks.
I'm putting the ball in his court. Do you want me up there or not?
That's not how this works.
It's your call.
Slacks a bitch.
All right, no, I'm good then. I'm good, Your Honor.
Okay, Winslow, do you want to testify?
Okay. And Winslow,
Am I
are
right?
you going to testify?
Yep, Your Honor. None of the other.
Hell no, bitch.
Oh,
Yeah, what they said. minus that part. Minus the last part.
That was aggressive,
All right, well,
Winslow.
I don't care.
That was cool.
Congratulations, we made it through the bench trial, everybody.
Finally.
Let's try to deliberate this thing.
Winslow
up
fucking
real quick
crazy,
for
man.
yeah,
know
for
what
one time.
Unhinged.
Is the
Until I
charge for the
announce
possession or is the
verdict,
charge for
you're
the
free
dolphin?
To, re-engage in your daily lives.
What are we arguing?
You will find out
Possession
tonight
of a
what the
government
result is.
government-owned equipment
Take a little
and
time
animal
with that.
cruelty.
No, issued. That's issued is like the huge.
Carmine,
buzzword,
I think you guys
apparently.
really fucked up.
But that's not even. That shouldn't matter because it's literally
It says
the
DOC on
possession.
the radio.
Yeah, possession is the crime. The government issued is the item.
Well, the crime is possession without being on duty as a state
Winslow's just-
employee. If you're
Winslow says the wildest
wildlife
Obtainable.
control
You can
licenses
obtain it
now.
anyway. If you steal it from a cop, you still obtain
I
it.
guess that's a thing that exists.
Right?
How much?
Well, shit. Nobody told me a price, so let's start with 100 racks.
Maybe it's just your
Oh.
maybe I shouldn't have called it.
$100,000.
Maybe I should have. I don't
you should
know.
just lock Bobby up somewhere.
Maybe it's
A
I feel like it-
You should always lock
As a-
Bobby up
I
somewhere.
thought it was gonna be way worse.
A
I feel like
radio
it actually went
is
pretty well.
Almost like you saw, like,
Remember the
also
part where I had him
not-
You'd
spell
never see him
things?
again,
You know?
did
A radio is
That was
also
pretty
not
good.
PD equipment.
So what happens now?
It says DOC on the radios.
Yeah, exactly.
But they kept saying,
Wait,
like, you can buy
Scotty,
it from
Scotty, how do you know that, Scotty?
Old man Crane couldn't, take the time out.
Because
of his day to get
it's
out of
in
the
the evidence.
legislation.
It shows DOC in the evidence.
Okay, you don't
That's me.
have one on you, do you? That'd
No,
be
of course I don't
me.
have. I would never have a
What?
radio ever
Yes.
if it was not legal,
Just
which
make-
is still
Hey, well,
it's
good thing the
Oh, no.
metal
Case
detector
law.
takes them
But,
away.
like,
That is blasphemy! Carmine, get over here! Are you hearing this blasphemy?
James breaking into my apartment
You
and
say that
stealing my
shit one more
food.
time in front of my other fucking parents. Say that shit again.
What happened?
No, but
What's he
don't-
saying?
I don't know what you
What
said.
you saying,
Do
big
it,
fella?
do it.
What you
No,
saying?
Let's mediate
What I was
this.
talking about. Why is he so angry?
There's no need.
You guys come over here.
You know how we can
Find it
mediate
good or
this?
bad.
Please
Yeah,
give
Bob
me a
Dick his
glass
pants
of
again.
so I can.
What the fuck? Do that in a court of law. Do
Come
it.
try
I
it,
could, you know,
Slacks.
with
This is
Welcome
the,
to-
I'll be
Bobby,
waiting.
I'm not gonna try to embarrass you again. I've done that once.
Come take
no, he
these
honestly
fucking
did pretty good. Like it was kind of crazy.
All rise for Murphy
Patient.
Braun. All rise. All rise. Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
I'm running. by
Okay,
the
here
way.
we
I'm
go.
running.
You look very handsome.
Okay.
Winslow, I love
okay.
you.
This
Winslow,
has
hold
been
me.
a harrowing ordeal for
No.
all and sundry. We've had some issues with this case.
Winslow, I love you,
thanks to
Winslow.
everybody for hanging in there so we
Winslow,
can
I
get
love
this
you.
done and
Winslow.
respect and uphold
Decline.
the
Winslow,
rights of
hold
the
me.
defendants to fair due process. Now, there's been much to consider on this matter
Winslow, please.
at bar
Winslow,
with
please.
All right,
what comes to
fine.
mind as an incomplete set of information for me to parse. In terms of details of the case, the
You
two
gonna do
different
it?
matters,
Yeah, I'm doing it.
legal matters in question,
Did I do
with
it?
regards to
We got this. We got this.
animal
No.
cruelty and with regards to the status of the defendants
I do
as
it?
government employees with the authority to use
No.
encrypted and secure government channels over the airwaves. It is with my up-to-date knowledge set of the particulars
Ah,
of
forget it.
questions, and my questions having been answered regarding sort of the legislation that empowered the co-defendants as DOC, etc. Based on the imperfect understanding at hand, I am going to find all the defendants not guilty of the radio.
You know what? I always loved you.
Reason
Hey,
being,
Winslow, I actually thought they were gonna take you to the
bitch.
slammer.
Everything
I actually
on the
thought they were gonna
labeling
lock
of the
your bitch
radio,
ass
as
up.
well as in the legislation that we
Oh, let's
currently
go.
have to
Let's
reference,
go.
tends to
Crisis
indicate that
averted.
the co-defendants, Mr. Charles and Mr. Costello, are the warden and assistant warden, designated officials, representative of the prison, employed at the pleasure of the government. I would uphold that they are
Go
government
on.
employees and that their use of the radio, as testified in court today, was not disruptive,
Carmine, I never doubted you for a
inappropriate, or
second,
inconsistent with
Not a moment.
applicable use of such government channels. They were not.
I am still gonna get my revenge on you, you little bitch. But
Protagonist
you know what?
POV.
You took a dub today, and I can't fault you
barring
for it.
any other best evidence, that is what I will
I
uphold.
sure did.
SOPs and procedures.
Take those sunglasses off. Jeez, look at me in the eyes.
Buy them or whatever, etc. So forth. I'm not going to entertain that here today. That is going to be settled here until better best evidence presents itself.
You
You
could-
legislation is
Put it
amended
back
to
on.
prohibit their use and limit
stole the
them to
kiss.
civilian channels only.
Okay.
That's a decision of this court.
You gonna
today
kill me
on
now for
that
that?
matter? All
You gonna hunt me
three,
down 'cause I robbed you?
Co-defendants in that sense will
There's
be
a motorcycle.
You robbed me.
cleared of that.
Yeah, I stole a kiss
at
from you,
least for the
dude.
time being.
Oh.
I don't mean like you
No.
get charged later. I mean, for the time
Germs
being,
don't go
that
on
would
the
be
lips. Everyone knows
upheld. Now on
that.
to the animal cruelty. This is a trickier situation.
So you might as well just eat shit then. If germs
Obviously,
don't go on the
there's some
lips.
things that are kind of
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't taste good, but you could.
obviously, when you're contending with wildlife,
You ever seen that
especially out of
documentary,
your
Human
element as a
Centipede?
human being, there's any number of reasons why
Yeah, I've seen it.
you could have come out of the water with a dolphin.
Yeah. You ever seen the second one?
You
No,
try to put
I've
it
seen the
back.
first one. I don't need to see the second.
You seen the third one?
I don't really trust the dolphin too much.
Let's go.
Dolphins
Me
are pretty
neither.
aggressive and hostile.
True.
So I kind of almost like consider them more like sharks than sharks. They're kind of like murder kitties. I don't really.
Oh my
I
God,
consider them hostile and
bro,
aggressive
Murphy,
wildlife,
who
so
is this?
animal
DOC
cruelty is,
judge?
like a higher standard for me. Like, he would
Dogtown
have to,
judge?
like,
What?
Be found like actively harming the animal, not just like moving it.
This guy got
in order
us.
to compel me to find him guilty of that. So I'm gonna find him not guilty of the animal
Yeah,
cruelty.
what?
Today are not guilty.
Fuck them dolphins.
That is the decision.
Hey, Slacks, we want our shipment on radios tomorrow, okay? 100, you hear me? You bring us our fucking radios, okay?
Shut
Dolphin.
the
Bring us
hell
our
up.
guns, bring us our
You don't give
PD
me
equipment,
shit,
motherfucker.
okay?
Bring it all, motherfucker.
Enjoy it while you can.
Read it and weep, folks.
That's a
Hey,
precedent.
a paralegal
That's a
did
precedent.
that.
That means we
A
can keep 'em.
paralegal
Yeah,
did
sure.
that. Remember that. Paralegal.
Hey, Slick Rick.
Yeah, Slick Rick. Slick Rick.
Slick Rick. Slick Rick.
A paralegal beat you in cold.
That's my
Oh,
lawyer.
shut the fuck you,
That's my
man.
paralegal. I mean, he asked me this.